In this video, I'll be talking about the best Duelists DPS in the competitive meta tier list Season 2.5. We'll go over the top Marvel Rivals Duelist heroes dominating the ranked ladder right now, especially in Diamond and above. Season 2.5 Overview. This is a full update to the tier list for Season 2.5, taking into account everything that's changed lately, the meta leading up to the new season, recent balance tweaks, team-up adjustments, and of course, the newest hero on the roster, Ultron. A low-tier ranking doesn't mean a character is weak. With enough practice, any hero can perform well in the right hands, no matter where they fall on the tier list. C tier. Black Widow continues to struggle to find her footing in the meta. She's constantly overshadowed by Hawkeye, who has the advantage of being able to one-shot enemies, something she can't do. Her team-up with Punisher has added some much-needed utility, but it's hard to imagine a scenario where both are chosen just to activate it. The developers seem hesitant to make a long-range sniper too powerful, but unless she's given a more distinct role separate from Hawkeye, she'll likely remain near the bottom. Scarlet Witch saw some improvements in Season 2.0 that made her a bit more viable, but Season 2.5 hasn't done much to help her. She used to be a solid counter to agile heroes like Captain America and Iron Fist, but with their reduced presence in the meta, her relevance has dropped too. Her ultimate is still one of the weakest, easily predicted and dodged. Even though her team-up with Doctor Strange is effective, there are better options to go for in the current environment. B tier. Winter Soldier has been steadily dropping in popularity since the start of Season 2. Although he's still solid, the removal of the unlimited ammo from his Rocket Raccoon team-up hurt his kit. On top of that, the 50% cooldown increase to his hook in 2.0 continues to drag him down. His ultimate remains powerful, but with so many shields in the meta, it's tougher to land effective shots. The new team-up with Captain America also hasn't gained traction. With Punisher rising after recent buffs, Winter Soldier is currently on the sidelines. Psylock received a surprising nerf in the 2.5 patch. She wasn't a flashy meta pick, but she quietly performed well. Unfortunately, the recent hit to her key tools, her invisibility and shurikens, will likely make her presence even less noticeable. Dedicated players may still get value from her, but she won't be a go-to in this meta. Storm got a small buff to her ultimate damage, but like last season, she still struggles to stand out. Despite being a decent character overall, the current power levels of Hawkeye and Hela keep her locked in B tier. That's a pattern that continues for many flying heroes right now. Iron Man is another aerial character facing problems, not just from nerfs, but also from rising threats. Losing his bonus armor, the Gamma team-up, and some damage on his primary fire already weakens him. Add in the increased effectiveness of his counters like Hela and Hawkeye, and he's looking like a tough pick to justify for now. Moon Knight has also taken a hit this season, even without direct nerfs. The meta is full of tanks using shields and walls, which greatly limits his effectiveness. His power lies in chaining attacks through enemies, and while smart positioning or using Loki clones can help, pulling that off consistently is a challenge in the current environment. A tier. Wolverine remains in A tier for Season 2.5. He's always tricky to rank because his performance is highly matchup dependent, and he requires strong mechanical skill to play well. He excels against tanks like Groot and Doctor Strange, but can be shut down just as easily by counters like The Thing or Emma Frost. That makes him a bit of a wild card. He might feel S tier in one match and B tier in the next. It also explains why he's not always banned, but when he is, it can give away a lot about the opposing team's intended strategy. The divers, Magic, Black Panther, and Iron Fist are all in a solid spot and can be swapped out depending on the matchup. Black Panther is great for diving the backline or grouped enemies. Magic is strong at isolating individual targets, and Iron Fist remains effective at pressuring enemies despite the nerfs he received in 2.5. All three can perform reliably across most matchups right now. Starlord has dropped from S tier to A tier this season. His ultimate got toned down in the latest patch, which was a big reason players gravitated to him. It's still strong, just not game-breaking to the point where it demands a counter-ult to handle. He still deals solid damage overall, and is a great option for breaking through walls or Doctor Strange's shield. Human Torch was one of the top-performing DPS heroes at high ranks in Season 2.0, so the 2.5 nerfs weren't unexpected. He's still holding his ground in A tier, mainly due to his dive ability, which gives him an escape tool most flying characters lack. His ability to control space with fire remains valuable, especially now that Doctor Strange is prominent again. Squirrel Girl appears to be in a stronger position this season. Previously seen as a quiet performer, the buffs she received in 2.5 have noticeably improved her viability. While she still struggles against flying heroes, the increased presence of counters to those flyers in the current meta creates an environment where she can perform much more effectively. S tier. Hila and Hawkeye continue to dominate at the top of the rankings. The Season 2.5 changes clearly positioned them as central meta picks. Hila was already strong prior to her ammo increase, while Hawkeye received a series of powerful buffs that solidify his role in the meta, especially when he isn't banned. His synergy with Luna Snow is particularly potent, likely contributing to frequent bans for both characters moving forward. Namor remains a reliable anti-dive choice in Season 2.5. Although his adjustments were relatively minor, they didn't significantly affect his effectiveness. His turrets offer consistent backline protection without the need for constant support. Additionally, despite the increased cooldown, his Gamma Squid ability, especially when teamed up with Hulk, continues to be a strong asset. SpiderMan also retains his place in S tier. He wasn't directly impacted by recent balance changes, though he did lose the Venom team-up, which affected his combo finisher. Nevertheless, his high mobility and disruptive playstyle make him difficult to counter. From pulling tanks off the map to engaging from unpredictable angles, he stands out among dive heroes and continues to be a top-tier pick. The Punisher has seen one of the most impactful upgrades in the 2.5 update. His increased damage and ammo capacity allow him to pressure even the strongest frontline heroes. With the removal of his dependency on Rocket Raccoon's team-up, he's become a more self-sufficient and dangerous option in the current meta. Mr. Fantastic, while somewhat underappreciated, has quietly risen in effectiveness. The buffs he received in Season 2.0 laid the groundwork, and the shift in Season 2.5 highlights his strengths as a counter to many top-tier characters. When used effectively, especially alongside Invisible Woman, he can become extremely difficult to eliminate. His toolkit also allows him to contest ranged threats while providing durability and utility, making him a strong choice for this season. Wrap up. That's it for this Duelist meta tier list for competitive players. As new heroes drop and balance changes roll out, we'll keep updating the tier list to reflect the latest meta. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future updates. Thanks for watching.
Hurricane incoming!